Hey everyone, we're going to work through the next quest assignment that's literally one question long, but it's the only one I could find on this topic, so there we go. Alright, consider 3 wires connected at a junction as shown in the figure. You measure 168 electrons per second flowing in wire A towards the junction. So I'm going to draw these all in. So we've got 168 electrons moving towards the junction in wire A, and then 254 electrons per second flowing in wire B. So it sounds like that's a way. So I'm going to go this way with a value of 254 electrons per second. And remember that charge per second, the electrons per second. Typically we like to use coulombs per second. But the charge per second, that's just electrical current. That's all that means. And so, here we've got a sort of a junction in the wire. We have current going in, current coming out. And our rule here is that the current that goes into the junction has to be equal to the current that comes out of the junction. So I'm just going to sort of organize myself here. I'm going to write in the current that goes in. I'm going to write the current that goes out. And I know there's not a ton of different numbers here. But yeah, I'm just going to go through the whole process anyway. So that 168 that's along here, I would characterize that as going into this junction, or into this intersection. And then through wire B, I think we've got 254 electrons per second coming out of it. So I would say, again, that's electrical current, or that's electrical charge that is going out or away from the intersection. And again, these two columns, they have to be equal to one another. So typically at this stage, if you watch the video lesson, I would tally them all up. There's not a whole lot to tally here. But to make these two columns equal to one another, I would, I don't know, I just got to figure out how much is missing here. Some quick math. I'm hoping that you would get, we definitely have to add some values to this in column. It should be 86 electrons per second. You can double check your work here. You know, if you're not sure where that 86 came from, I just subtracted these two values right here. If you're not really sure where they came from, you can kind of double check your work at the end. What I mean by that is 168 plus 86 gives you a total value of 254, which actually really perfectly matches this value of 254. So let's pick an answer now. Again, we decided it was going to be 86, so it's definitely one of these two here, and I think we said it was going into the junction, or towards it. So let's go with towards the junction, answer choice 3. And that's it. The quickest quest assignments I've given you this year.